Hey Earl, hope you had a good weekend. Just wanted to shoot a real quick video that will help you out regardless of if you use this or not. I shot a site audit over to you, to your email, earl@domain.com. I'm going to go over yourtotalroofingsolutions.com. You can see here I put it in like this. So you'd come up, I can see if it was penalized. You're coming up third, and I don't think that's because you're penalized, it's just because you don't have any power to your site. So Mopar, I don't believe they did any on-page SEO for you at all. They didn't do you any favors. You can see here you've got roofing right there, part of your domain or part of your brand name. You don't have anything about Charlotte in your title. That's something you want to do is optimize. At least get your number in there, just something to help you out. You've got more space. You can see how long theirs are. Right here, you can see roof, no roofing, no Charlotte, no roofers. Some of your keywords that you'd like to have in there. Now, I'm not saying go jam-pack 75 of them there. That's not the point. You'll be over-optimized, and Google will penalize you for that. You can also see here that they use the proper amount of characters in their meta description, and yours is over with the ... Those are a couple things that will help you that you can change yourself if you're making edits or have Mopar do. First thing on the website that I noticed is this number here. You want it to be clickable so that as soon as you click on it, it pulls up on the phone and somebody's on the mobile version so they're able to call. Because if you do get somebody to your site, you don't want them to waste time scrolling around looking at all this stuff. Most people in the roofing industry, they want to click on the number, they want to call and get a quote, get somebody out, set up an appointment. So you want that to be clickable. Look down here to the left right here. You can see it's taking you to the contact form right now. So get Mopar to make that clickable, or that's something we'll do with the new website. With H1 tags, H2, H3, you do want that to have keywords in it. You want it to be relevant. This does say Charlotte's asphalt shingle and metal roofing specialist. So that's good. You have your location here and your phone number again. That's good, and you want it being consistent. Sometimes you can see other sites that are ranking #1 that don't have all this, and it's really just up to you what you want to do. A lot of times I say keep it super simple because, and I'm sure you remember that in the Marine Corps, I'm sure you understand that when people are getting here, like I just said, they want to call. You don't want them getting distracted and going to all kind of different stuff. If you got a blog, you're welcome to do that, but if they get there and then they start reading and then little Susie falls and busts her head and then they got to go deal with that and they close out the window, you may lose some customers over that. I like to keep it short and sweet and get them to call you, set an appointment. Going forward, of course, the content is very valuable. You want it to be relevant, based around your industry, have keywords in there, but not over-optimized. It is good to have your awards on there. I like that. I like having reviews. I think you had some reviews in here. Of course, you have a gallery. You can link to that. Here's some client reviews. That's all good. Looks like you do have some posts here. Your contact form, and then your map at the bottom, which is good. Another thing we do is we mark it up with schema. That way on the back end in the code, Google's going to be able to see all your information. It's going to be able to see what industry. It's going to be able to see your location, your phone number, your website, all of your social profiles. That stuff's really important because the easier it is for Google to discover that, they're going to know what your site's about, which in turn makes them rank your site higher and faster. I'm not saying it's going to turn it into the #1 site overnight, but it certainly helps where you're not doing anything right now. Over here we can see keywords. This is just roofers in Charlotte. So anything with Charlotte and roofers, 250, 60, 40, 30, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10. And that's actually the smaller one. If we go to roofing, it really blows up. And that's monthly, 250 people a month. Roofing, Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Roofing. Roofing contractors, Charlotte, North Carolina. Companies, 250, 150, 150, 150, 90, 80, 80, 70, 70. So that's how many people per month are searching these terms. And of course, you're not going to get all those even if you're ranking #1. I mean, it's going to be split up, but you're going to be taking that traffic if you could get to the top, towards the top of that first page. And if you're not on page 1, you're really irrelevant. Like second page doesn't mean anything. A lot of these SEO companies go around and tell people, oh, we'll get you on the second or third page. That doesn't mean anything. I can tell you that right now. If that's all I'm doing for you, and I'm not doing you any favors, you're not really going to get any results off that. So Here's your site. You can see no backlinks, no referring domains. So that means nobody's pointing to you saying that you're trustworthy, and that's huge when we're talking about Google. That's what they want to see. They want to see other relevant in your niche, your industry sites that are already trusted by Google pointing to you. Organic traffic's here. You don't have any social shares. We go over to H&S Roofing, the number one in Charlotte. They have right over 1,000 links, 906 live, and 144 referring domains live. So this is the big number. Everybody gets caught up with this one, but it really doesn't matter. This is what matters. That says 144 other sites are pointing to H&S Roofing. So if you do the math, 144 and 900, so about 7 or 8 per referring domain. But if you were to break it down, there's probably one that sent them 200 or something like that. Anyways, 144 other trusted sites are saying that H&S is the go-to roofer in Charlotte. So that could be a link from YouTube. It could be a link from Facebook. It could be a link from Charlotte Chamber of Commerce, which I'll always advise get that one. That's a good one. Because if you have a link from Chamber of Commerce or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, BB&B, there's just some big ones out there that Google says, well, these people wouldn't spend that money unless they were a legit site. That's really what they want to do. They want to make sure you're not a scammer. There's not some fake company trying to get people to call and rip them off. You see here, though, this is the biggie. 2,000 people a month come to their site. So if you're talking 10% conversion, that's 200 roofs a month just from this, and 144 referring domains. Now, I'm not saying that's something that happens overnight or even 6 months. Like we talked about, 6 months is like bare minimum, especially with a site like yours that doesn't have anything. It takes time. It's just if you want to put it in. Here's some social stats on what they've had shared, kind of their activity on the social side, and that's stuff we do as well. It's all important. Content publishing, keeping up with that on the SEO side, all the off page, so the links, the social profiles, the content, what you're putting on the site all the time, if you're updating it, if you're doing stuff on Facebook, YouTube. Citations. So citation is just a listing somewhere like Yelp and Google Maps, and it's having your NAP information, your name, address, and your phone number all consistent. That all needs to be consistent across the web so that Google knows that, again, you're a legit company. That all matters. And lastly, you can see how basic H&S's roofing site is. I mean, it's just a quick little page. They don't even hardly have any content here. They have a Super Service Award. They have some of this on here. It kind of looks good, I guess. A little bit here, but not too much to it. It's really about the back end, what they're doing, positioning of their keywords, and they're really doing well with it. So there's several options, redoing the website, getting it look right. We could also help you out with SEO. If that's not something you're interested in, there's ad placement we could do, Facebook ads, a lot of different things we could do. I'm a big SEO guy. I think SEO is great. It's a good way to get organic traffic. There's nothing like hot leads coming to you wanting a roof if you're ranked there at the top. Just again, like already, it just takes some time. So that's something we can discuss. If you check this out, give me a call, shoot me an email. Let me know what time is best to go over this more in depth, or talk pricing if it is something you're interested in. Look forward to hearing from you.